Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of fireside. That smokiness of the lap song, guys. So good. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or maybe something harder, as I always say. Depends on what part of the planet you're on, right? So today we're going to be talking about photo. Today is a photo day. You know this channel is a photo, video, as well as tech channel. Today will be photo. A lot of people have been like, you've been doing a lot of Starlink. Yeah, because you guys asked me for it. That's why I'm doing it. So today, once again, is photo. And we're going to look at the market. Where is the market going? Where is the camera market going? Is it coming back or is it not? That is the question. And we're going to look at some CIPA numbers and just analyze it and take a look at it, because I think it's very important, especially for photographers like myself. Is the industry coming back? Is it declining even worse? Is it holding solid? What is it doing? And hopefully by the end of this video, we'll be able to maybe answer that question. So anyways, guys, before I start, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks as of yet, go check them out. Go over to JCristina.com/books. Once again, JCristina.com/books. There's a bunch of free ebooks over there for you to download. Once again, just for being here. Go check them out. They are free. So anyways, let's get right into it. Let's look at some of these numbers. Now, the figures that we are analyzing, or that I'm going to chart for you, is coming from CIPA. That is the Camera and Imaging Product Association. They're based in Japan, and they take a look at the industry in totality, especially in Japan, obviously, because that's where they're out of, and take a look at the market and see what is selling, how much is it selling for, which products are selling, and there's a lot of data that comes in based on these retail sales. Now, even though this association is based in Japan, it does give a general outlook or a overview of the entire market. Not going to be 100% exact, but it'll be pretty damn close. And that's why we use these figures, because it gives us a little bit of a means of reading the tea leaves, so to speak, to see what's to come or what is past, or what is here right now. So let's take a look at some of these. Once again, CIPA numbers. Now, according to their analysis, according to their information, 20% more revenue has been made by the camera manufacturers in 2021 in comparison to 2020. So that is really good news. That means that the camera manufacturers are selling their wares and they're getting 20% more for them. We see that could be the case because we see everything has been much more expensive in 2022 and in 2021 after the pandemic went through, right? There's been an increase right across the board. Look at gas prices. Look at everything. You can't even find a car today. And if you want to purchase a car, if you go to a lot, there's no cars to even test drive. You have to go in there and put a down payment on a car, sight unseen. And when it gets there in a few weeks or maybe a month, then you can buy it. It's crazy. If you're looking for a home today, it's very difficult. You take a look at a house, you say, oh, look, the asking price is $500,000. I'll give you $480,000. Well, that's yesteryear, not this year. The answer to that is, oh, you want $500,000? I'll give you $550,000. What? And there's literally a bidding war that's happening for every single house that you see on the market, and they're all being sold over the asking price. It's just crazy. Well, the same kind of thing is happening with the camera market. Everything is just going up and up and up. And that is one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about in just a minute. Also, according to their figures, there's 5% less cameras that were sold in 2021 in comparison to 2020. So there's less cameras, but the cameras are being sold for more money, 20% more money. So very, very interesting information here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out the iPad, right? We're going to get down and dirty. I'm going to draw a little bit of a chart, and I'm going to show you the figures from 2007 up to 2021, just so we get an idea of what the number of cameras sold were in these years, and also the number of lenses sold. So maybe we can get a correlation between cameras and lenses, or at least get an idea of where the market is going. Is it heading down? Is it stabilizing? Is it heading up now? Where is it going? So let's jump into the iPad and check this out. So the first chart is the number of cameras sold yearly. Now this starts out in 2007. It goes all the way up to 2021. And the numbers are broken down by millions of units. So on the left-hand side, you'll see 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Those are millions of units. And then across the bottom, of course, we have the year. Now in 2007, we saw 100 million cameras were sold. In 2008, 116 million cameras sold. In 2003, 103 million cameras sold. 2010 was 121 million cameras sold. 2011, 114 million cameras sold. 2012, 100 million. 2013, 61 million. 2014, 42 million. 2015, 35 million. 2016, 20 million. This is getting bad, guys. 2017, 25 million. 2018, 19 million. 2019, 14.8 million. 2020, 8.7 million. And then last year, 8.3 million units. Woo! My goodness, guys. So what we see here is from 2010 to 2012, it was the heyday for camera units being sold by the manufacturers. The manufacturers were rolling in dough. Well, by 2013, we saw sales drop by 50%. 50%. That is a lot, guys. That's not a little bit, that is a lot. And then in 2014, we see them continue to drop. Now it's down by 65% from the peak of 21 million camera units sold. And then in 2021, we saw 8.3 million cameras sold. That is a decline of 93% in comparison to 2010. 93%. What business is in business at 93% reduction comparison to their heyday? That is a ton. I don't even know how they're doing it. Think about that, guys. Now let's check out lenses sold during that exact same time period. So we're going from, once again, 2007 up to 2021. Now this is once again done in millions of units. So on the left-hand side, we see 5 million, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and finally 35 million would be the top of the chart. Now in 2007, we see 12.7 million sold, 2008, 15.8, 2009, 15.9, 2010, 21.8, 2011, 26.2, and then the heyday now, which is kind of interesting, 2012 was lens heyday. That's about 2 years after the heyday of the camera market, which kind of makes sense. You buy a camera and then for the next couple of years, you're buying new lenses, right? So 31.1 million lenses sold in 2012. Then in 2013, we saw 25.8. 2014, 22.2, 2015, 21.5, 2016, 19, 2017, 19.4, 2018, 18.1, 2019, 13.8, 2020, abysmal at 8.8 million units sold, and then finally 2021, 9.8 million units sold. So we see a little bit of a bump coming into 2021 over 2020, but when we look at the camera market, there's no bump. There's actually a reduction. It was 8.7 million units sold. Now we're down to 8.3 when it comes to cameras. Whereas when it comes to lenses, we were at 8.8 million units sold in 2020. Now we're at 9.8. So once again, we can see that lag between cameras sold and lenses sold, and it's about a 2-year lag. So let's say cameras are doing really well this year. We're going to see an increase in camera lenses being sold for the next 2 years, and you can probably bet money on it because this is what the chart says. This is great information so we can see how the camera industry has progressed, or should I say declined, in the last 14, 15 years. It is dramatic, guys. It is absolutely dramatic. Now, if we look at the lens sales and the decline after that 2-year period from their heyday, so their heyday, once again, was in 2012. If we look at the numbers for 2014, it was a 31% decline in sales, whereas in that same period, or that 2-year period for cameras, it was a 50% decline. 31% decline lenses, 50% when it comes to cameras. Now, if we look at the next year, so 3 years out from their heyday, in 2015, there was a 39% decline in lenses being sold. Whereas if we look at 3 years out from the camera's heyday, it was a 65% decline. 65%. So once again, 39% for lenses, 65% for cameras in that 3-year window. Now, if we look at lenses on how much they declined from their heyday to today or to the 2021 numbers, we're looking at a 72% decline in the number of lenses sold in that period, in comparison to 93% decline when it comes to cameras. Guys, they're both abysmal. They're absolutely abysmal. This industry is just tanking. And it doesn't look like it's getting better. Now, when I look at this and I say, well, what is the prediction here? Where are we going by taking a look at the numbers? We see a little bit of a pop when it comes to lenses. Camera sales are still in a decline from 8.7 million units down to 8.3 in 2021. They're not getting better. So looking at this and trying to get a prediction and try to figure out why is this happening, or why do I think that things are actually getting worse? Well, number one, people's overall income after the pandemic has just been greatly impacted. All right. They're not making as much. There's a lot of businesses that went out of business and people are having to find new jobs. Some people don't even want to find jobs anymore. They're just staying at home and collecting. Right. Also, we saw that there is this major chip shortage going on. So there's a shortage of supply. This causes an impact on component level raw goods, raw materials. They become scarce, so now you cannot make the cameras. So what happens is we have prices increasing across the board. Why? Because there's not a lot of cameras out there. There is a shortage. This puts a chill on new camera sales. Why? Because there's none out there. People want to buy them, but they can't because there's none. And then if they do find them, they're too expensive and they can't afford them. Also, people are opting to purchase used. They're looking into the used market and buying older cameras. Why? Because they're slightly cheaper. Even though the used market has been booming, it is still less than buying a new camera, and a lot of people just simply can't afford them. Now that we see cameras are up, like we said, about 20% when it comes to the actual cost of them. That is a lot. That is a major difference in comparison to the past. So we have short supply, we have almost no chips, we have companies not being able to make product, and when they do make product, the product is 20% more expensive. We see more camera buying when it comes to used in the used market. So what happens is people are buying the used cameras and then they're looking for lenses. Guys, I can't tell you how many articles that I read, and I'm always reading articles in the industry, right? Doesn't matter if it's tech, photo, or video. The articles that I'm reading are almost 50% lens articles. Look at this new lens. Look at this new lens. Look at this new lens. Look at this new lens from this obscure lens manufacturer that just came out. All of these lenses, it's just crazy, guys. I don't even report to you guys on it because it's craziness. There's so much of it. I don't even want to report on these lenses anymore. It's like enough already. If you have 3, 4, 5 lenses in your bag, you're pretty much good. All right? Enough of the damn lenses. But that's where they're making their money today, obviously. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I mean, I think that optimism is in short supply. I don't care who you talk to. You look at any of the camera industry people like myself, they're on YouTube. A lot of this stuff is negative, or they're doing videos on lenses or just on craziness, but there's not a lot going on. And when something happens that's really great, like a new camera comes out, we talk about it and then we sit and wait for them to actually come out. And then they're like, oh, they're delayed a month. Oh, they're delayed 3 months. Oh, I don't know when they're going to come out. And then when they do come out, they're like, oh, here's these 50 units. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. There's orders for like 10,000 units and you're bringing me 50. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I personally believe that we're going to see a continued pressure which forces the manufacturers to raise their price, and fewer cameras will be produced. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think is going on with the industry? How do you think things are going to turn out in 2022 moving into 2023? Do you think things are going to get better, or do you think things are going to get worse? I want to know your thoughts. You know mine. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. It was kind of fun breaking out the iPad, drawing a little bit. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Share it with your friends, family, colleagues, Reddit, wherever, some Facebook group somewhere. Share the channel. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, please subscribe and click this little bell icon over here so when I go live or when a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Love you all. Many blessings to all of you. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.